With spring just around the corner, our pals with paws are adamant to get outside. Here in Charleston, we are lucky to have access to great dog-friendly beaches, bars, and restaurants to get our fur babies out of the house. But how do we make sure our pets are respectful to the environment and those in it? Well, national etiquette expert Cindy Grosso is here with me now to help us figure that out. Cindy, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
I personally love bringing my dog out and just having a fun day here in the low country with them. But there are some things we should probably be keeping in mind so that we're respectful to everybody, right? What are some of the biggest issues that you see when it comes to dog owners maybe not being as respectful as they should?
I think this time of year, because people are getting out more, it becomes more of a noticeable thing. I do think that when you're in a neighborhood, because I walk in the mornings, we see lots of our neighbors have dogs, they love to be out, and be careful with the leashes. Etiquette actually says it's about 6 foot when you're sort of in a neighborhood passing on a sidewalk. Keep your dog within about 6 feet. Yeah. Retractable leashes are great for like bigger areas, more public areas, but to keep them a little bit closer to you and just be mindful that, you know, I love dogs, but some people don't. Yeah. And so be mindful of that not everybody loves your pet. And so, you know, you can help them learn not to jump on people and even ask, you know, both ways. You know, etiquette never says what's right or wrong, or I always use the example of smoking. You should smoke or not smoke. What it does is it just kind of wants to respect both. So if you don't smoke, be respectful of those who do, and same thing with dogs. So if you have the dog, then be respectful of others, but also be respectful of the dog and their owner, the opposite way as well. And ask. You know, if you want to pet someone's dog, you shouldn't just go up and pet the dog. You should ask the owner, am I okay to pet the dog? Would that be okay? And then also, if the dog wants to come to you, it's also good for the owner to say, is that okay? You know, can the dog come to you? You know, ask. Because sometimes people are scared of dogs, especially bigger dogs. You know, they're scared of them, or maybe they had a bad experience with the dog. So it's respect both ways is what I'm trying to say. Not just for the dog owners, but also for the people approaching the dog. Yeah,
and a lot of us I know like to go to breweries and restaurants and bars that are dog friendly. What should we be keeping in mind for those?
Yes, absolutely. And even on outside dining, sometimes they'll allow your pets to go on outside dining. Be careful with that. Don't allow your pet to be begging for food or allow your pet to be walking around. The pet should be kept by you, not bothering other people, not barking, and not chasing the wildlife that might be out, you know, out there as well. So in an outdoor space, whether that is a dining or a bar, because they are allowing some, and hotels allow, you know, pet-friendly hotels we have in Charleston. So that pet can be in the hotel, it can be in the lobby, any public space. But just to be aware that, you know, you can train your dog not to jump, not to, and watch the barking. You can. Yeah.
What about in our own homes? So if we have guests coming over, should we have the dog, you know, kind of free? Should we put them away? What should we be doing with them?
Right. I find more and more that when I go to people's homes, they have their, you know, their dog little cage or whatever, and they do put the dogs away. Some dogs are better than others, you know, so you have to know that, you know, my dog is not going to be very friendly to this, or she's afraid. My dog might be friendly, but the person coming might be afraid. So I would think that it's depending on the dog and depending on the company to be aware of that. And also things like, I think about like Halloween, you know, when you have all those people coming to the door, the dogs can get frightened, whether that's in your home or you have them out with you walking around. Be careful with that. 4th of July.
Those are tough for dogs.
They are. And people don't realize that. You know, they go out because it's outside event, it's in a park, they might want to bring their pet to a barbecue, but then there's fireworks and the dogs can get very, very scared. So.
I think communication, we talk about in etiquette a lot, communication is a big part of this. What's the best thing for somebody to say if they do feel like somebody else's dog is bothering them? How do we go about that?
Absolutely. And you can basically say, you know, I love pets and thank you so much, but, you know, and I love that you have your pet with you. But if it's okay, you know, maybe they have a child or something. My child is a little bit nervous with this, or I love pets, I'm not very good with them, I'm a little bit scared of them. You know, is it okay? I think you can say people understand that, especially if you have a child with you that might be scared, might be the reason. People understand. Not everybody loves pets, but
Yeah.
So
you got to be honest and
yes, and
talk about
communicate
it in a nice way.
Yeah, absolutely. Say, I love that you're pet. I love that you have the pet,
Yeah.
but I'm a little scared.
Yep.
You know. So
yeah. Well, great tips again from you, Cindy. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.